Have you seen the Whitmer verdicts that have come in? Check Julie Kelly on Twitter. If not, she's been covering it. I had not seen.
This is the FBI orchestrated kidnapping plot.
Yeah, the one with more feds than actual perpetrators. FBI Entrapment says in Trump voice, the FBI is so corrupt. They don't give money to victims. They're too busy prosecuting my supporters and plotting Governor Whitmer kidnappings. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? The Whitmer prosecution of plotting a kidnapping, mostly FBI, mostly feds, probably about three gentlemen and about 15 feds. Also, they're busy stealing $80 million after exceeding the search warrant.
Yeah. I haven't followed it because it's not a use of force case, but it looks like the usual government shenanigans to me.
And this has been a busy week. I'm kind of glad it's like more relaxing, but I'll just pull up this just news because I can't find the actual like physical document here. But this is just news. It's in several places. I found it in several documents. But the two men found not guilty in the Michigan governor kidnapping plot, mistrial declared on the other counts. Wow. So essentially, the jury reached a partial verdict in the trial of the men accused of plotting to kidnap the governor, Gretchen Whitmer. Daniel Harris and Brandon Caserta have been found not guilty in a trial, and a mistrial has been declared on the other counts. The counts and jury decisions for Adam Fox, Barry Croft, Brandon Caserta, and Daniel Harris are as follows. Adam Fox was charged with 2 counts. Kidnapping conspiracy and conspiracy to use a weapon of mass destruction.
Whoa.
The way weapon of mass destruction is defined in federal law is surprisingly broad.
Like, can we not do that, though? Because that's really misleading.
Yeah, I mean, if you actually go look up the relevant definitions, a pipe bomb qualifies as a weapon of mass destruction.
Okay, that's stupid. That is dumb. That is literally dumb. I'm sorry. Like, I'm thinking like yellow cake. I'm thinking like Saddam Hussein here.
Yeah, no, you're thinking like a nuclear bomb. No, it's much less than that. I think like a grenade even qualifies as a weapon of mass destruction. It's a surprisingly broad definition.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Uncivil. See, this is why I like Uncivil. He just knows shit.
Yes.
Just like, I've already know this. And by the way, Uncivil, you've covered stuff related to this. You know, when we're talking about the 1-6 issues, you know, they probably had similar.
Unfortunately,
yes. And YouTube does not like it for some reason, even though I'm just covering official U.S. government documents.
That's why I'm not talking about it very much, and we're moving on. Barry Croft.
No. Let's focus on it. No.
Let's not. On your
we could talk about the people who just got off in a not guilty verdict because that judge found that those people were led into the Capitol. We could talk about that.
Yeah, but not the other stuff, right? Barry Croft Jr. was charged with 3 counts: 1 count of kidnapping, count of conspiracy to use a weapon of mass destruction, and a count of possession of an unregistered destructive device. No verdict on all of them. Wow. Daniel Harris, 4 counts: kidnapping, conspiracy to use a weapon of mass destruction, possession of an unregistered destructive device, and count of an unregistered short-barreled rifle. All right, not guilty. Brandon Caserta, kidnapping conspiracy, not guilty. And one of them even testified in his own defense. 34 witnesses testified in a 14-day trial. And this is a federal trial.
Massive waste of everyone's time for the government, at least.
Just not guilties are going to be
hung across the board.
That's a federal trial. I'm like, that many not guilties in a federal trial. That's real.
The U.S. attorney's got to feel that. The U.S. attorney doesn't lose that much.
Well, these guys also filed a civil complaint for entrapment, didn't they?
Yep.
Back in January. I mean, that was an interesting, complaint that I remember reading through, and from looking at it, I was like, all right, this seems like they actually have a decent case if they can prove it, with discovery and whatnot. But I mean, that seems like a case for entrapment as any would be successful.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, because the FBI, when you read through the complaint, they gave them the training, they paid for them to get the supplies, they provided, I believe, the explosives, and they planted the idea of kidnapping in their heads.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are they going to fucking do? And they voted for it too. And they were part of the group taking the vote, and they were votes.
And they were the ones that were encouraging the group when others were like, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I do remember reading some of the preliminary motions, and I commented that this looked more like entrapment than anything I had covered, at least on my channel, because normally entrapment's pretty shit. But these looked like, I'm like, okay, there's some things here. This could be legal entrapment.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the possibility.
Now there were some non-beneficial facts against these guys. Like, for example, one of them had a house with a trap door in it and like a hidden chamber for, you know, hiding like guns and explosives. But like that's not per
That's
se
just
illegal.
cool, though.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not illegal. It's cool. Like it's kind of like, okay, you know.
Maybe he just watched Red Dawn and decided, you know what? Maybe I should have this.
Yeah.
I just call it my attic trapdoor.
So yeah, no, that one's a really crazy one. And honestly, like I was not shocked, but I think the thing about that one is it's trending on Twitter right now, but I think that news dies pretty quickly. In fact, already it's
no one's going to remember because they didn't get the verdict they wanted.
Yeah, they're gonna,
and they didn't want the truth coming out about how deep the FBI was involved in this. It was pretty deep, man.
Yeah,
it's like when a super majority of the people involved in the conspiracy are government agents, it's not really super encouraging.
You have to kind of take a step back and look at this and say,
like, who's plotting
is this
exactly
what we
now?
think it is? Yeah.
Right.
Who's actually the one that wants this?
Yeah. It's like, and you know, why is the federal government doing so much using our taxpayer funds to provide these things? I mean, it's the same thing with when they were providing guns to the Mexican cartels. It's like, why are we paying for this? Like, why as taxpayers are we paying for this again? Remind me real quick. It's insane. It's really insane.